Yeah, it's definitely requires more thought than people are willing to give it credit for.
Um, yeah, because you don't want to just get run over. Um, but if you spend all your time trying to keep the guys off the board, you're never gonna win the game.
Absolutely not. It depends on the type of draw you have. If you're clearing a path for a goblin guide,
Yeah,
then you're
that's
fine.
right. That's very different.
But if you're just trying to keep the board clear, you are way behind the curve.
All right, here we are on a wild Nikado. Patrick's gonna really examine it. I think he's gonna lead off with a noble hierarch here.
Noble Hierarch or birds? I might be contemplating burning this. I don't really agree with that, but
Can't imagine that being the right play.
so you're
Here's
playing
the thing,
against burn.
he has
This
Loxodon on Smiter in his hand,
sure.
and so what he can do is he can very easily get bigger than one of these cards. One of these Nakados. Or a Goblin Guide.
That's absolutely the truth, but one of the reasons that Smiter's so good in this matchup is he's not going to die to any of the burn spells.
Sure, so you're telling me it's his clock.
It's his clock.
Alright, that's one of the key cards, because it doesn't,
Yeah,
it doesn't care.
you don't take a turn off with Searing Blaze. You get it all.
So what I'd do is I'd run the mountain and the bird. Is there, you know.
That's fine. Probably don't want to wait till his turn because of a Tarkus command.
Oh yeah, sure. That could puts it out of range, makes it bad for you.
Right.
Oh man, this Knight of the Reliquary could be interesting. Had I seen that card, I would definitely would have fetch landed here. Because what's going to happen is, with one fetch land in Patrick's graveyard, it's going to be a 3/3.
Mm-hmm.
And if you would have fetched this turn and fetched next turn, you can make it a 4/4.
I think you're perfectly fine. Like, you have a 4/4 in hand that you can just play.
Yeah, I'm not saying you don't.
I'm just saying that
I'm
playing...
saying I want Knight of the Reliquary active as soon as possible.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know that Knight of the Reliquary's active ability or activated ability is as relevant as you want it to be.
Alright.
Yes, it can get really big, but being a 4/4 is just plenty big.
Sure. Alright. You're
Right.
going to lead with bolting this Eidolon, hopefully. No, we can sack the land first, that's fine.
Definitely want a basic here. Getting a little precariously low. I like these lands.
He's rocking the beta basics. It's a strong choice. What lands
I
are in
agree.
your decks?
In my decks?
Yeah.
It depends on the deck. So in my modern decks, I like to run alpha basics.
Okay.
So I double sleeve modern.
Sure.
In standard, I just run Zendikar.
Alright. Alright, so we got the Smiter in play. This is where... Yep, this guy's gonna shine. See, I think Darren's in a bad position here. He's got Patrick to 9.
It depends on what's in his hand. He could have like a Boros Charm here
Right.
and just be in great shape still. He could be sitting on a
Let's find more basics here, Patrick.
another Searing Blaze.
Show me the basics.
Oh, don't get greedy, Patrick. Don't you get
He
greedy.
might not have any choices. Alright, well, I don't think he had any choices. Oh, there we go.
Just put it in play
Puts it
tabs.
There you go.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Not bad, not bad.
So, I mean, Kummer here could very easily have Boros Charm, Boros Charm.
Alright. card is a 4/4 right now. It's going to be a 5/5 next turn. Patrick has another fetch land in his hand. That's not an actual +1/+1 counter. It just gets +1/+1. He gets it. Gets it. He really gets it. He really gets it. He get. What is it? What is it? That's a song, right?
Yeah, that is a song.
Okay, I forget who.
Oh, we've got an extended art bolt.
Ooh. Yeah, we got some extensions going on there. Goblin Guide. All right.
Atarka's Command.
Man, there's going to be some there better be some blocking going on. If he lets one of these guys in, I don't think
There's no way he lets one of these guys in.
I don't think he can justify letting one guy in.
I don't think Darren can justify attacking here either.
No, see, Darren's in a great position. What he should do is he should sit back and do nothing. If Patrick attacks all out, he, blocks one, maybe, and then keeps his life total above 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's got a draw step to try and get 3 more burn. You fire up the Atarka's Command at Patrick, and
Absolutely.
then
you can even use it to force a trade with this Smiter if he gets jiggy.
Sure. All right, here's just the 4. Yeah, see, double block, and then Atarka's Command. My guys get bigger. You take 3. Is a great trade here. It's what we call a
The downside is it means that if you draw a Monastery Mentor, not a Monastery Swift Spear, or another Goblin Guide, that you don't have lethal. I don't like this play at all.
No, this of the plays, this is the worst one.
He's all in on a burn spell now.
I mean, that's it.
Another Smiter.
Yeah.
You gotta fire this off.
No, yeah, you had what he had to do is cast that there. All right, so now this is interesting. He can block 1 and take. See, if he drew a land, he had to play it there.
I don't think he drew a land.
Interesting. So what he can do is he blocks the biggest one, goes from 9 to 8, and then he's got another draw step to try and get the job done. Yep. Yeah, pluses. Take 3. And then he trades there because Patrick can't afford to sacrifice the land there to save the Knight of the Reliquary. Because that puts him to just 1. I guess 1 is the same as 2.
Yeah.
Alright, he decides 2 is a whole lot better than 1. Because he had a Tarmogoyf follow-up, so there's no follow-up here that...
Completely irrelevant. Do we draw the burn spell?
What's his last card? Here we go. There's the Tarmogoyf die.
People in chat are saying they saw a Mire.
All right.
Don't even need an untap. Yeah, Patrick does have some really nice hair.
Oh, he does. I'd cut that top just a little shorter. Give him like a true Ivy League. But,
I mean, I'm sure he had one. It's just grown out.
yeah, it is a beautiful head of hair. Oh, man, Jake's centering the table for us.
Jake's spoiling the view.
We are spoiled by having Jake over there.
I don't know, man.
I mean,
Get out of the camera, Jake. We don't want to look
get
at
out
you.
of the way.
wanna see-
Yell at Jake when he comes back to the table. Everybody yell at Jake.
We want to see
tell-
Patrick's hair,
tell-
not
tell
Jake's
Jake how-
face.
Tell Jake how stupid he is with this big head and ugly beard.
He's got that ugly Boston hockey beard.
You guys are jerks back there, just jerks.
I've been a jerk for 30 years. I'll continue to be a jerk.
His first 3 were nice, though. You were a nice little boy.
I was probably, well,
Probably a jerk still.
I had a jerk move when I was 2 that I can remember.
You cannot remember when you were 2. Stop it.
No, I mean that people have told me about.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, you a jerk telling us you remember back being 2.
My brother was
So it-
brought home from the hospital,
Yeah.
and like within 2 months, I had punched him in the stomach.
Wow.
Yeah,
You're such a jerk.
jerk.
So Patrick could have the ultimate sideboard card in Core Firewalker.
Is Core Firewalker the ultimate?
I can't think of a better one.
I think Leyline of Sanctity might be the ultimate.
I would. It would be so bad in this deck.
What?
Leyline of Sanctity might be like one of the worst cards you can play in a zoo deck.
Why?
So like against the Jund matchups, it's fantastic,
Yeah.
and that's about it.
Okay.
Whereas Core Firewalker is amazing against this burn deck and other zoo decks.
Okay.
What? Do you disagree with my Leyline of Sanctity assertion?
Yeah, I don't think any card that shuts off 60% of my opponent's deck is a bad card.
I'd still rather have Core Firewalker.
Okay. That's fair.
Fair.
Yeah, you're allowed to like grizzly bears.
That gain a life every time your opponent casts a spell,
Oh yeah, that's exciting.
and have protection from all your opponent's spells.
Yeah, it's real exciting.
Alright, whatever, man. I don't even know what to do with you anymore tonight.
So this is one of the great additions that Burn has seen since Modern has come out. Atarka's Command answers both of our favorite cards very cleanly.
Yeah, so it says they can't gain life that turn. So what you have to do is like build up a bunch of mana, Atarka's Command, they gain the 1 life from you casting Atarka's Command.
Right.
And then you can go nuts and cast your spells.
Likewise, Atarka's Command is each opponent,
Sure.
so it doesn't target.
Sure.
Skullcrack is also extremely good against
The zoo deck?
Core Firewalker.
Sure. It's only good for 1 turn. And, I mean, if you're a burn deck at 4 mana,
No,
You're not
because
drawing
it
well.
can't be damage can't be prevented either. So you wait till they block.
oh, skull crack them, kill their stuff.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty good card in a burn deck. Yeah, I guess Skullcrack would be the bring-in here for Darren Kummer.
Unless he has a soul read on ley lines, in which case you'd want the destructive rivalries.
Yeah, I guess it's soul read against your Dragon's Claw as well.
Atarka's Command hits in. No, that's Kolaghan's Command that hits an artifact. Alright, a fetch lane. I saw a worship.
Whoa, I guess at Destructive Rover you would need the soul read there then.
Turn 1, bolt myself for a bird. This bird is begging for a bolt. Look how close to
Oh,
the
man.
center of this playmat this
Yeah,
bird has
I
gotten.
know, I'm telling you, I want the Monday Night Football first down line. I want that
This
playmat.
bird
I think
is
it would be
way
so good.
offsides. He's begging for a bolt. Just get him out of here.
begging for a bolt. I love Worship. That card's so good.
I can't stand it.
Really?
Yeah.
We're not in?
Bolt the bird.
Bolt the bird.
I know that Goblin Guide's tempting, but bolt it. Bolt the bird. Oh no, you
nope.
goofed.
You done.
You done goofed, Kummer.
You done messed up, AA Ron. You want to go to war? Patrick Covey's never been happier in his life.
Oh, here's my turn 2 4/4. Nice Goblin Guide, you dork.
Nice dork, you dork. Yeah, so play a fetch land and then play a Knight of the Reliquary. Nope.
What is your Knight of the Reliquary deal?
I just love it.
I know you do, but you've got a 4/4 by itself.
Alright. Here's my 4/4, you dork.
Bet you wish you bolted the bird. Oh man, if you bolt the bird, then you have Eidolon here, and you're just in such better shape.
Yeah, I don't like the burn player's chances here with this line that he's taken. Alright, we're going to bolt the bird now. We're going to pat the smiter. Alright, so this is one of those situations where you're clearing your path for your Goblin Guide, literally.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
Not one bit. Well, wonderful Chris 08. Sorry it bothers you. You're going to have to deal with it. Unless Jake really wants to interject himself into Kummer's life.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do about getting the phases to be done in the right order. People just get real stoked about the card, man. And I was explaining this in between rounds, is that sometimes shortcutting's done in Magic. Like, obviously we'd like things to be done properly at all times, but things happen fast, and it is what it is.
Right.
So, alright.
He's untapping in the correct phase. It's just the wrong step.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Alright, so Patrick's got a wealth of options here.
Yeah, he's got the whole world in his hands.
He has 5 mana.
The whole world in his hands.
He chooses Kessig Wolfrun. Alright. Alright, well, you didn't really have opportunity to do that, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm not okay with that. But whatever. Like, if Kummer would have been smart and just not played his land first, or played out a fetch, he could have played the knight, and then if his opponent was like, bolted, I'm like, you don't have priority, play a fetch land, now pass priority.
Right.
And he's just completely boned.
Right. Yeah, so here's a place you don't want to be. So he's got this Eidolon facing down this Tarmogoyf. He thinks he's going to double block, but there's a million cards Patrick Covey could have to make that double block just a nightmare for Darren. So the double block yields Lightning Bolt on whatever, and you just get 2 for 1 on that Lightning Bolt.
True, but he does have a mana open. He could have a Lightning Bolt on his own.
See, I would have attacked here and drawn out the double block. If you want to trade Lightning Bolt for my Lightning Bolt Tarmogoyf, you know what I mean? Like, you're at like 3 for 2 there, and Burn just does not have a way to catch up once their hand is empty.
That is absolutely true.
That's where you want to be. You just want to create any situation where Burn doesn't have cards in their hand.
So I've been wondering something.
Yeah.
I want to know what makes Wonderful Chris 08 wonderful.
Listen. I'm willing to listen. I'll give a man a chance.
I just need to know.
All right.
I don't know
Chris.
what makes a Chris wonderful.
What's wonderful, dude? He's certainly the most wonderful Chris we have on the stream right now. Oh man, he could have really blown him out there by killing the idle one, and it makes the goif bigger.
Oh yeah.
That's nice.
I mean, I guess it was still blocked if that's the case.
Yeah, block bolt. Yeah, still kills it, but. Alright, so we got Path to Exile and a couple lands in hand. I would just keep turning these Tarmogoyfs sideways
I think he could have a win.
with the Kessig Wolf run.
Yes. So if he plays out a land, he has +2 on a Kessig Wolf run and 4/5 Goyfs.
Sure.
Oh, and he's
And
fetching
Darren
in.
just won a 9.
Just giving him the whole world yet again.
Yep. Nope. Nope, lied. Going to 10. Yep, so Patrick's going to go to 9,
Still a game anyway.
and he's just going to game. So what he's doing here is he's playing into Path to Exile, I guess. I would have done that activation inside of combat.
Of course.
Um,
So we got 1-1 here. Darren didn't get to see the worship. I don't know that we saw Darren's sideboard either. So there's a lot of unknown information still.
yeah. Yeah, I just don't know what Burn wants to do here as far as bringing stuff in. Like,
They want to bolt the bird is what they want.
yeah,
That was the game.
concur.
So let this be a lesson
Bolt the damn bird.
to all you listeners.
To bolt the bird?
Bolt the damn bird. Path, I mean, it's fine. If he's got giant guys, then Path is a reasonable sideboard, sure. You don't want to path the bird, I'll tell you that.
No, that's literally just a push.
You want to bolt it.
You want to bolt the bird.
You want to suspend a Rift Bolt, and then when it comes off of suspend, bolt the bird.
No, that's not even good enough.
It is
Because-
when you're on the play, like Darren is, for Game 3.
Does Patrick even play the bird into the Rift Bolt? Keeps 3 damage off of him?
Depends on the hand. I mean, if my opponent didn't bolt my bird the first game, then sure, I'll run it out there. Why not?
See what happens.
Why waste a turn?
Yeah, you gotta see what happens sometimes. Chris?
Chris, you got a lot of anger issues, man.
Yeah, a lot of caps lock issues really
Yeah.
is what it is.
You need to calm down there.
Also,
I know this is Trump's America, but let's keep it mellow.
I wanna come critique Chris's life to see the things he doesn't do correctly.
Yeah. I bet he does some crazy stuff weird. Like puts his pants on before his underwear. He's actually Quail Man. Hashtag funny.
Hashtag humor. So I sometimes like to get dressed in funny orders.
Okay.
like Like, I'll put my socks and shoes on before my pants and then, like, try and cram them down the pants just to, like... I don't know, sometimes I just get distracted while I'm getting dressed.
So you walk around with, like, just socks and shoes on at some point?
I mean, underwear.
Oh.
Maybe a t-shirt. Do you put your tops or bottoms on first?
Bottoms for sure.
I put tops on first.
That's just weird.
Is it weird?
Yeah. You're just weird.
I just like to air everything out, make sure it's really dry before I'm, before I seal it away.
I actually alternate. So I'll go like underwear, and then if I'm gonna be wearing a shirt that's tucked in, I'll put the shirt on and then the pants.
Oh yeah, that's important.
Yeah.
That's critical.
You don't want to be stuff tucking. It just looks bad.
No, that's the worst. What I will do though is if I'm wearing an undershirt under my dress shirt, I'll tuck the undershirt into the underwear.
That is completely false.
And then put the dress shirt on.
That is not acceptable in any culture.
And then put the pants on, and then put the tie on, and then put the jacket on.
Donald Trump would question your judgment.
Well, I don't wear Trump brand suits, so.
He doesn't either.
He doesn't?
Yeah, he wears Trump ties.
Why wouldn't you wear Trump brand suits?
Why would he? He doesn't even need to.
I do want there to be a presidential collection of ties.
I can get behind that.
You think the White House closet's big enough for all his clothes? And we're talking about a guy who's a billionaire. This guy's probably got some suits.
Yeah, I mean, he's not... I don't know.
All right,
Potentially.
we got the bird. We got an untapped.
All right, let's see if he can do this.
If he's gonna bolt the bird. Bolt it. Okay, Goblin Guy, bolt the bird.
Come on, this is so important.
Lightning bolt the bird.
Yes!
Woo!
He did it!
Look at this. So he's got Tarmogoyf to follow up, but that's fine.
Yeah, who cares?
He could.
Oh,
I mean,
boy. Always bolt the bird is right. Viewers, you were in for a treat tonight. We saw a couple of really good matches, and now you just got to witness personal growth on a very basic level.
Listen, we all have to start growing somewhere.
Some more
All right.
tutus.
So here's the interesting situation we're in right now.
Can I see an Atarkus command?
What?
I want an Atarkus
Oh,
command.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that like Patrick is played in such a way that Atarka's command is a full-blown blowout.
Trigger, trigger.
One. Oh, if that Huntmaster
Don't want that
fell.
one to resolve.
Oh! No!
Your guys are only tutus. He backed into the right play.
Backed in. Holy smokes! Oh man!
Backed right on into that play.
I guess
And lava spike you.
put you to 6. I guess even a blind squirrel finds a nut. I don't think Patrick's gonna get to play turn 4 of this game to cast this Huntmaster.
He has Bolt and Goyf, but he has to fetch.
So fetch to 5, getting his mountain. Play Goyf. Bolt.
So Goyf can be like a 3/4,
and
a
Darren
4/5,
Yeah, Darren only has one card in hand. It's a lightning,
a lava spike.
spike.
But literally any burn spell.
Literally any burn spell off the top wins him the game.
These double Goblin Guide hands are just disgusting.
Burn is one of those decks in the format that you have to be able to answer.
Yeah, I think it's less popular now. So if you have a good matchup against like the other linear aggro decks like
Dredge,
Affinity, yeah, then you can afford to have a worse matchup against Burn.
Sure.
Sorcery.
Sorcery instant land creature. 4,
4, 5.
Alright. So this Goblin guy is null and void.
Goblin Guide, Null and Void? I think not.
Man. Sometimes
Some crimes
you just
go slipping through the cracks.
you just choose the right
But
modes
these
on a
two
Darkness command.
gumshoes are picking up the slack.
I don't know.
Chip, 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 and down.
Is that literally from Chippendale's Rescue Rangers?
Absolutely.
Where did that come from?
Look, man.
Dude, I do not want any
I have
other
a
insight
wealth of
combined.
knowledge.